or send a mail at ghanahomeloans@firstnationalbank.com.gh for more information. Yoho 2021, moving you from a tenant to a homeowner. First National Bank. How can we help you?
How indeed. All right, now before we get into the papers, we're expecting some COVID-19 vaccines, AstraZeneca vaccines, from the Congo, where they were unable to distribute some 1.2 million doses, and so they are getting redistributed across Africa. 350,000 of them arriving in Ghana this morning. Our very own Fred Smith is at the airport, and we can find out a little bit more about them from him. Fred, good morning. I hope you can hear me. Do we have Fred on the line? Shall we try and reconnect to Fred, and then we'll get back to that. But let's do a few of the headlines in the meantime.
Okay, I'll start this morning with the Daily Statesman, and those figures we brought you yesterday. 1,034 perish through road accidents in 4 months. And we're fixing Ghana's problems. That's according to Baumia, assuring citizens there. And President accepts Ejabin's nomination as special prosecutor. That's the Daily Statesman this morning.
The story about Ejabin is also on the front page of the Finder. Other stories include that road crash, and specifically out of the 1034 motorcycles killed, 441.
Wow.
So that's how serious the situation is. And that's just on the front page of the Finder, with other stories like Go's 6,000 metric ton bitumen plant worth 35 million is 82% complete, and court stops fix the country demo, but organizers vow to challenge the order. So there was an ex parte injunction, and the organizers are sad because at the time they thought they were making progress in a meeting with some ministers of state and national security. Apparently it was not going as well as it was supposed to go, and it was at the same time that the police also went to court to actually get them the so funnily they issued a statement. The organization issued a statement that, it was a wonderful conversation with the ministers, and the ministers are saying we have given them the most detailed of the plans they have seen so far, and the project that we want to
the most detailed application
so far.
All the plans in
and yet behind them, they were in court. And of course, some have raised questions about the decision of the judge in this case and the injunction and its impact on what's going to happen in the future. But so far, we know that if nothing changes today, Sunday's match is less likely to come off. And that's on the front page of the Finder.
All right. Now, we can go to the airport now, where Fred Smith is standing by to give us the latest on the arrival of these 350,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine, which are being redistributed from the Congo. Now, Fred, good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Kojo, and the team.
Right. So tell us what's happening so far. Have they arrived?
Yes, the Turkish aircraft carrying the vaccines arrived at 5:20, and as I speak to you, it's been offloaded. The Ghana Health Service vans have taken the custody of it. They've taken them to the Ghana Health Service storage facility, I'm told, at Kolebu, and that's where distribution to the various regions where the vaccinations will be done will take place.
Right. So, let's go over the numbers, and these are the ones that have come from the Republic of Congo. So, how many exactly were redistributed to Ghana? How many have landed in Ghana?
Well, the officials tell us 350,000 of them. It is our share of 1.3 million that the COVAX platform is redistributing.
Right.
Congo received 1.7 million, but because they don't have the systems for immunization, they've been able to only inoculate 400,000, leaving 1.3. And if we don't get those utilized, they will expire on the 24th of June. And that's why the WHO, UNICEF, and the partners under the COVAX platform want to redistribute to countries that have the systems to inoculate their people.
Right.
Ghana is one of 6 countries that benefited from this.
Now, Fred, you talked about the fact that they've been taken to Kolebu where they'll be distributed to the regions for vaccination. We know some Ghanaians have already been giving the first shots and so are waiting for the second shot, and others are waiting for the first shot. Do we know whether these will be used to give the second shots or would go into vaccinating new Ghanaians as in first shots?
Yeah, I've been speaking to the head of the Ministry of Health, the director for Ministry of Health, and he's been explaining that the Ghana Health Service will decide on where it goes, but primarily they want to use this for the second vaccinations. And so, yes, those who took their first jabs will get second vaccinations. But you know, Winston, this is only 350,000. We've done 850,000 of vaccinations so far, and that will leave us with some 500,000 doses, which the government says they are finding ways to procure.
Right. Now, we know that when vaccines arrive, there is a period, a few days, during which the FDA do their job and go through them and do the testing and all of that before they are administered. Do we have any timelines on when these 350,000 doses will start to be used?
Well, the Ghana Health Service hasn't explained this to us yet, but at the airport, we saw FDA officials taking notes of the information on the vaccines that were brought before even delivering to the Ghana Health Service vans. We don't know yet what they will do after the airport, but we are waiting some statements from the Ghana Health Service on the way forward with regards to the inoculations, which of the 850,000 people who took the first jabs will get the second jab because it won't be enough.
Fred, thank you very much for that update. And that's our head of the health desk here on Joe News, Fred Smith.
Okay, so let's get into the papers again. We'll talk about this later on because 350,000, well, I took mine on the 2nd of March, so I was due on the 27th of April. And the Business and Financial Times says new taxes not panacea, but fixing the inefficiencies, that's according to the Africa Center for Energy Policy. And IMF backs tax increments to save Africa from debt distress. Of course, the IMF would back that. Socio-political stability has been an economic poison, and that's according to a finance expert, says investor confidence directly correlated with rising debts.
On the front page of the Daily Graphic this morning, government committed to media freedom. That's the Minister of Information speaking there, Mr. Kojo Oppong-Nkrumah, as he embarks on his tour to five regions in the north. Time to woo investors from the diaspora. Founder of Black History Month UK has been speaking, and that story about Ejabin's nomination being forwarded to Parliament by the President, also on the front page of the Daily Graphic.
The Chronicle has been reporting almost the same stories about Kisi Ejabin. They have an interesting headline for the fix demo thing. It says, fix the country demo Yamutu. High Court accepts police request to restrain organizers, protesters duly served. And there's another one about Ghana Ports and Highways Authority replies and insisting that they observed COVID-19 protocols in all their dealings since it became a serious matter.
Well, the Ghanaian Observer says our job is
the
to
Bible
fix
quotation
problems.
We have to take Raymond through orientation again.
Yes.
Okay, according to popular demand. Anyway, Proverbs 29:9. When a wise man has a controversy with a foolish man either rages or laughs, and there is no rest.
And the banner headline?
Was the fix the country Yamutu?
Yamutu.
You think wise man and foolish man are in this demonstration?
I don't know. That's what the Chronicle might be suggesting.
Well, let me get to the Ghanaian Observer.
Very much so.
It says our job is to fix problems, and we are fixing them. That's the Vice President. Now, this is a departure from what some of his party members have been saying.
Yes.
Of course, his job is to fix problems. I'm happy he's acknowledged that, and not to be explaining the problems.
Best response yet from government.
Yes. I mean, the Vice President has responded very well in this case. And Akufo-Addo okays Kisi Ejabin's nomination as a special prosecutor. Education Minister moves to cement Ghana-US ties, and Oppong-Nkrumah rubbishes claims of culture of silence in Ghana.
Now, the Ghanaian Times is reporting this morning that violent clash between Komba clans, 1 dead, 8 wounded, 15 houses burnt, and there's one about 3 dying again in an accident. 20 others were injured in the same accident on the motorway, and that's a story brought to you yesterday. So those are the stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. The repeated stories about Kisei Jabin, and also the restraint from courts against the hashtag Fix the Country demo is also on the front page of the paper. Those are the stories they are reporting this morning.
And the Daily Guide finally says, Special Prosecutor faces grill. Our job is to fix country, Baumia, and court stops demo. JB's, that's JB Dankwedu's, Gateman recounts murder night and culture of silence and true upon Nkrumah.
Okay, let's do the online review brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy.
Well, Goyle higher grade fuels have been tried, tested, proving and accepted over the years as the most suitable for all engine types, including the latest vehicles with the most modern engines. In addition to these superior qualities, Goyle higher grade fuels are further fortified with the XP3 additive multifunctional enhancer, which is more efficient, eco-friendly, and solid at no extra cost. So Goyle higher grade fuels come in Goyle Super XP 195 and Diesel SP, sold in every Goyle station and not just selected stations. So fill up with Goyle higher grade fuels. Goyle Ajibebia, Goyle Good Energy, Goyle Yaya Deal.
Okay, let me start with my Joy Online this morning. 4 charged for violating restrictions on public gathering at Christ Embassy's Pneumatica night. Police secures restraining order against hashtag Fix the Country protest on May 9th. And Fix the Country are saying we'll use the courts to set aside order against May 9 protests. That's the Economic Fighters League. Dr. Kofi Amoah has been speaking. He says the youth of Ghana are dissatisfied in a story that has been making the rounds on social media. What is the big deal? Bridget Jodbanuku on the Wesley Girls High School refusing to let students fast. Let's move to citynewsroom.com. NPP must admit it has failed Ghanaians. That's John Jinapo. Nanado still committed to fighting Galamsey. That's Gideon Boako speaking. And we will appeal against injunction. We'll appeal injunction against Fix the Country protest. That's the convener speaking. Let's go to the BBC this morning. Concern increases over India COVID variant in the UK. Health experts want the version B.1.617.2 to be made a variant of concern, the BBC has been told. Africa Live, more Nigeria students kidnapped in fresh attack. And there's a question, why are vaccines going unused in Africa? Also on the BBC, a new president challenges Tanzania's COVID denial. And that's it for the BBC.com.
Alrighty then. So let's, speaking of BBC.com, go for the BBC News, brought to us every morning by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
I nearly gave up on driving out of frustration. What hadn't I done? Purging, replacing electrical parts, changing my fuel pump, and still, the engine noise in my car won't stop. Then I met this guy who said I should try Goyle Fuel. By the way, my name is Thomas, but I did try Goyle